Hi, welcome to this Varasi video where I'm sharing with you an excerpt from our requirements workshops for Salesforce Pardot implementations. This excerpt is on scoring and grading in Pardot. Now first, let me set the context for scoring and grading. As a marketer, you want to provide your sales teams with the most promising leads for them to follow up with. Now, score is a metric that you use to measure how interested a prospect is in your products and services and in your company at large. You glean this interest level from the activities of the prospect, be it on your website or offline by how they respond to your emails and other communications that you may have with them. A grade, on the other hand, is how close a fit, how good a fit the prospect is for your products and services. And as you learn more and more about the demographics, the attitudes, and the values of the prospects, you're figuring out how closely they fit your ideal buyer profile. Now let's look at some examples. Activities on your site that could show an interest in talking to your sales team, say downloading an ebook from your site, or say browsing through a product page or the pricing page. These are all activities that show an interest in talking to your sales team. Now, while on the other hand, if they are spending time on your careers page, that could mean that they are a job seeker and that the rest of their activities may not necessarily be adding up to being a prospective customer. So you want to reduce the score in that case. Now, grade is a letter grade. Each letter has 3 levels within it. For example, a B minus, B, and a B plus. So you may be a company that thinks of your business buyers in California location of a certain revenue size as your target customer segment, and the job title within the organization as the target buyer. Like for example, in this case, a VP of finance. So you grade accordingly. You bump up prospects or you bump them down as you learn more about their demographics and how closely they are fitting to your ideal buyer profile. Now this on the right hand side is a picture that summarizes what you're looking to achieve with your scoring and grading. You're trying to find those ideal prospects that show high levels of engagement with you and whose attributes and demographics show a high level of fit with your ideal buyer profile. Now these are the ideal prospects that your sales teams are looking to follow up with. Now, in our workshops for designing the scoring and grading criteria, here are some questions that we have our clients think through. Now, when it comes to scoring, what actions on your website indicate an interest in your product? And what actions indicate intent to buy or sales readiness? Alongside, what are some activities that are indications that they're not looking to buy? Another good exercise is to look at a sample of recent deals and trace back their interactions with your company. Take a group of your most qualified prospects or a deal that has closed recently and go through an audit of their recent activities. Now, when it comes to grading, a very useful exercise is to think through the characteristics of your ideal customer. Draw out the persona of your ideal customer if you would like, and say you're for instance, say you're a B2B seller. Think through the demographics like the company size, the location, the annual revenue, the job title, perhaps the department or the title that you're selling into. And also think about how in each of these categories you raise or lower the grade. For example, the job title of VP or above may add, say, 2/3 of a letter grade, whereas a director may only add 1/3. Hope that was useful and gave you a broader context around scoring and grading in Pardot. See you in another Varasi video. Thank you.